Howdy folks, welcome to Courts of Everest, our original D&D game. I am Joe Treff, your GM this evening and joining me are most of my friends, Matt, Hannah, Tina.
Wait.
Get myself off there. Matt, Vincent, Tina, Hannah, and Alanna. My eyes flicked up at you, and so my brain just...
And I almost broke my ankle.
Yeah, I'm glad that you didn't. We're back from vacation. And actually, I'm going to change the music from the creepy music that we have to something a little bit more upbeat.
Only some of us.
Yeah. We were on our regular summer break, but now we are back. We are going to be playing some D&D tonight, but before we do, a couple of quick announcements. First of all, we have a YouTube and Instagram, a Threads, a Blue Sky, at AlberonRPG on all of those different things where you can see pictures that are on our table, encounter maps, all those kinds of things. Right now, some status rings. You can see a little hand-drawn map right there, but you can see it in much greater detail at AlberonRPG on Instagram, Threads, etc. If you take pictures. Also, we have After Dark content, which has a little bit more drinking than our typical games. Those can be seen on Patreon at AlberonRPG. There is 2 of those up right now. There is Deadly Sins, and there is the Blood Alchemist. There is another After Dark that will be played, I believe, September 27th in the Sleeper Till Sunrise. Is a Fallout 2D20 original one-shot, and that is going to be a lot of fun. The only healing that can happen is from drinking. You'll be able to see that on Patreon. August 21st, which is next Thursday, we are not going to be playing our Starfinder game, as both Cara and Matt will be out. We are going to be playing a D&D one-shot set in canon to our campaigns, The Fire Giants of Far Shore, which is going to have myself running it. Olive, Dan, Liz, and Hannah are going to be playing in it. That is next Thursday. Woo. September 6th, we have a Lancer one-shot. I'm going to be running that game. It is a little bit more tactical and combat sort of oriented, although there is going to be some role-playing as well. You'll be able to see that on September 6th. On September 20th, Olive is going to be running a one-shot for her birthday. She still has no details about that.
It's a surprise to everyone, including Olive.
It's a surprise to all of us. And so you can see that on September 20th. On September 27th, that is going to be the Sleeper Till Sunrise. October 4th will be an original one-shot called The Crit, which is going to be run by me. It is based off of the show The Pit, which I have never seen. I've only heard about, and that was enough for me to write a one-shot about it.
Pittsburgh?
It is set in Pittsburgh, I believe. But this is not. This is set in a healer's guild in Sarentil. And it is a couple of people's first day, and things do not go according to plan. So that is going to be on October 4th. After that, there will be a brief pause in some of these additional productions. We are off in part of October because I'm getting married, and so we're going to be stepping away for a little bit for that. After that, we are coming back into regular production with our regular games likely taking us through the new year, where we are also going to be playing our annual Feast of the Noble Vale, which is a cooking competition in November, and a special presentation of A Christmas Carol in one-shot format for December. So a tremendous amount of things coming up. Aside from that, we have Monument Studios to thank for some of the music, and Sirenscape, the digital tool set for people who like to put sounds into things. That is all the announcements that I have for this week.
That made it sound weird.
Huh?
That's all?
You mentioned the Patreon. I was distracted.
I did mention the Patreon at AlberonRPG.
My phone background started.
It is time for this week's session of Courts of Everest. Wandering Hearts. Last we played, your party, which originally formed to investigate a murder in the far-off Emerald Spire, and sort of progressed along this track, uncovering mystery after mystery, involving a number of your backstories intertwined within. You eventually found your way, after defeating members of an organization that Valis, the paladin in your party had once belonged to, known as the Ausenlock, had decided to capture the House on Legs, the place that Baba Yaga would be returning to should the seals that hold her from Alberon falter, and they seem to be doing so. You have all already seen evidence after returning from the Feywild that the astral eclipse that had kept this place safe no longer as intact as it once was.
And we totally didn't cause that.
No.
Nothing's our fault.
Well, technically nobody at this table caused it. In this time, you had decided, in order to reach this hut, rather than trespass across an entire dragon army, to instead follow the Wayfinder's Leaf, something that you had earned a long time ago, and traveled beneath the waves across a storm-churned ocean to make it to your destination. As you traveled across this space, very much in the Pirates of the Caribbean style, walking along the silty bottom, allowing this to kind of cloud and mask your presence, although, as Minka noted, anybody scrying on you wouldn't have been able to see in color for what it was worth. You made your way, finally, to the far shore, emerging from the water into the slightly more humid air, and you can see in front of you this beach. You can see beyond the beach, which is perhaps 80 feet deep, these rocky elements that merge into a dark and overcast forest. You can see along the ground there are these yew bushes that crowd the pathways and almost choke the area that is not covered by hanging weeping willows that creak in the wind. You know that somewhere beyond this space lies the hut of Baba Yaga, your eventual destination. Behind you, all manner of things that hunt for you, having fled from a little bit of combat previously. Wandering hearts, it is approximately 6 p.m. It is the 16th of High Sun. What would you all like to do?
It has been less than 8 hours. We are all still disguised by seeming.
Okay.
I would like to note for the record that upon exiting the water, Alina's cow ears do that thing that hippo ears do.
You shake off the water, which off and into the spray. You can feel the storm kind of, the winds behind you. It hasn't followed you onto the shore. You can still see, for those of you with a passive perception above 16, there are these wisps of shadows that across the water in the distance. In fact, actually, as you all walk up, why don't you make perception checks?
Patty.
He hasn't been fixed it yet. Ooh, that's a natural 1, baby!
17.
Okay.
Total of 7. 19.
19.
I rolled like...
Mine is...
Honestly, a group perception
14.
is a great time.
So, with all of these perception checks, for you, Alina, you come up right behind Minka, and Minka's like gauzy flowing fabrics get like torn into the horn, and it takes a second to kind of unravel yourself, and that makes it hard to see much. For the rest of you, as you look out, you can see much of the beach is described. For you, Ori, you note that off in the distance where the stones that sort of form a border of this beach meet the forest, there is movement. You can see that there is a creature that seems to be sort of lurking amongst these forests. You see antlers that kind of rise up and out. You can see they link to what looks at first to be the head of a moose or an elk or some kind of creature like that, but as they sort of crane their neck and go up, you can see they stand higher and higher and higher. Billy told you what a Wendigo was. And as you look at this emaciated being, you can see they hover just a little bit above the ground. Their legs seeming to almost dangle, bits of broken bone coming out from the stumps where there is no feet. This is likely one of those.
Wendigo.
Pointed out.
And with the 23, let me get you a little visual perspective.
Oh. I want to
So close that we get visual perspective.
Uh-oh.
Room as well.
Would anybody like to be the king or queen or sovereign of the rings this evening?
Sovereign. Not the Lord.
Yet
The sovereign.
was Deceived.
The word Lord doesn't mean the same
For
thing as king
another
and queen.
ring was crafted.
No, that's definitely not going to be a visual problem at all.
No, it's fine.
It's leaning to the side, actually. You're okay.
Yeah. Surprisingly. Only possible because of Cara's absence. Yeah.
But-
Ooh!
Oh dear.
Oh, I think we need more room.
Well, he did say so.
I did. Okay. Thank you.
The beach.
Oh, beach episode.
Ooh.
So exactly as you can see it right here, there is a creature that you can see Ori kind of lurking off and in that space. For all of you, you are kind of emerging from the beach roughly in the center of this space.
So
right
it's
there?
like pretty close. Does
So
it?
it's over here. You said, oh, I see him.
Has it noticed us? Or does it seem like
So
it has
you all
noticed
place
us?
yourselves where you wish to be as you emerge from the water. We're about to find out.
I think, yeah. That's a good spot for me. As everyone just like puts themselves directly behind me. So
Is that where you want to be?
did you just move my familiar over and stand in front, like between me and my familiar?
Yes.
Okay.
You just take the
Take
phallus, you
Yeah.
you kind
I
of bump
swat
into
him
Rez,
over.
who's invisible, you just grab him, just drag him. But for this moment, Ori, you try to see if this individual sees you, and it's almost like you lock eyes with it, but through the skull of this almost deer-like sort of skull, there is no eyes for you to make contact with, and it's hard to tell, and then it just kind of fades, and you don't see it anymore.
We look like people.
It
from
saw
the camp.
us.
Just keep walking.
Didn't it?
Follow the leaf. Follow the leaf. Follow the leaf.
I follow the leaf.
You
I'm
follow
following.
The leaf, and the leaf. This Wayfinder leaf that you have all followed now for the better part of like 4 hours is heading steadily in the direction that that Wendigo had kind of been in. So you're just following the leaf?
Did
Yeah, when I-
did anyone point it out? You pointed it out, right?
Yes.
When I get to about here,
Okay.
I want to use Divine Sense if nothing has happened
Okay.
before I get there.
Nothing has happened before you get there. Valis, as you all walk across the sand, for you, your armor making you sink a little heavier than the rest, making it a little harder to sneak, even if you wanted to. You pulls out Divine Sense.
You look like a giant dragonborn.
So
Good tongue.
the Wendigos are.
Does this find fey creatures?
Yeah. 60
You
feet.
see, right, actually very close to where it is, if you put it up a little bit higher, in fact, it is right about there. You get the sense that there is the glowing outline behind the stone of this figure, and you can see the head turned almost as if it's looking behind itself.
A Fae watches us, and I point towards the figure.
Or you hear the woods begin to rustle.
We should kill it.
Keep walking.
It's one of the. It's going to tell the witches.
Is it
They
the
already
same
know.
Wendigo that we saw in the window to the other? Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
You saw them at such a distance, even from that window, that it would be hard to tell, but they look very similar to those creatures that you saw running off.
Based on what Billy told us before, are Wendigos like inherently evil? Or like in this world, you know what I mean? Like people are like devil racist. Are they Wendigo racist?
Not so much Wendigo racist as Wendigo. Well, make a history check.
Wendigo are like befouled souls that are. They were brought by the hag hut, essentially.
Got it. 11.
With an 11, Wendigos are people too.
Maybe we shouldn't kill it.
Wendigo lives matter.
Well,
It's
if we
here
look,
because of the
Have you
hut.
stopped, Valis?
I'm gonna stop and let the group catch up a little bit and just say we should continue on. Maybe it'll let us through,
It's not
Given-
going to let us through.
given what we look like.
While we
Kestra's walking.
sensing the beginning of the argument, as Minka wrings out her clothing, she's going to look at the beach and be like, "Is there anything fucking cool on this beach?"
Make a
Cool
nature
shell
check.
check?
Make a
Yeah.
nature check.
This is the best one I've had in ages. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to find a really cool piece of driftwood, maybe. That is a 22.
A 22. With the 22, you look down. Valis, you turn. You're waiting for everybody to catch up. Minka is just wandering off down the beach. And with the 22, you wander for pretty good reason. You see this glint of something that looks unlike everything else that is kind of adrift and sort of in the sand. And at first, it's like a fist-sized piece of just almost crystal clear quartz, which is beautiful and nice in and of itself. And as you dig it out and you hold it up in your hand and the elements of the setting sun kind of catch into it, there is this opalescence that shines through in these almost shard-like inclusions within. From a certain angle, it's very much like quartz, and then when you turn it, it has these almost bright red pieces that are within it. And it's beautiful. For the rest of you, and Minka, if you could put yourself just a little bit further in this direction, maybe like
I gotta put
15 feet.
I can assume I'm about here with this clump of seaweed.
Yeah, you're like pulling the seaweed off. For the rest of you, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna spin up a little Eldritch Blast just in case, like not to just spin it up because to Ori she's gonna be like, "Look, I'll follow your lead, but we've got bigger fish to fry right now."
Look,
Okay.
it knows we're here, but it's not attacking us.
Exactly.
As soon as we enter the woods, we're in its territory.
Cheshire, you kind of pass the rest of the group just walking. And as you do, you see this shape just sort of become almost ethereal. And you see for just a moment this figure. You can still see it, in fact, as it changes its shape. And it floats and drifts towards you. Are you doing anything?
Walking.
It crosses within 5 feet, never turning its head to look at you. And as it gets within 10, can you make a Constitution saving throw?
Do we see it?
Valis, as it nears you, could you make a Constitution saving throw as well? You do. All of you see it. It's hard to see. It's ethereal, but it is visible as it shifts across the sand here.
At this point, I'll very excitedly turn to show off that I found something really cool in the sand.
Absolutely.
And then see that the ethereal creatures come out of the woods and quickly pocket it.
And it's horrifying. As you turn, you can see just Cheshire kind of just normal walk. You can see Valis looks a little bit more stressed out. Everybody else is kind of frozen in the sand. And this creature that floats forwards, it's this emaciated humanoid with the skull of a deer, these antlers that go out. You can see the legs are stumps with jagged bone shards sticking out where they once attached to feet. You can see the hands have these long claws that emerge, almost like elongated nails. Almost certainly they seem harder and sharper and a little bit chunky. And they just drift out.
As a question,
yes.
this is not a spell.
It is not.
I didn't think
I
about
guess I'll see how this
Was it 15?
transaction
With a
goes.
15,
next
Did you
to
add
you
plus
plus 4 is
four?
a 19.
there you go. That
I
is
only got a
success.
10.
Whoa!
With a 10,
Plus 4.
Valis, as this creature nears and gets within 10 feet of you, you take a level of exhaustion.
I attack it.
Valis, you become overwhelmed with hunger. You can feel as if you have never eaten before in your life. All at once, this grips you. You can feel as if your armor weighs 100 pounds more. You are aware of the fact that right next to you, very close, maybe behind you by 15 feet, there is Rez, who is an awful lot like a flying turkey.
Oh, does he look
And
like
as you
a big
glance to
ham?
your left for just a moment, Cheshire looks a little bit appetizing. This hunger grips you. And this exhaustion just grips into you. This creature floats right between you and Cheshire. And are you attacking it?
Yeah, if I see Valis going down, I think
I'm
I
not
would-
going down.
Well, not suddenly becoming exhausted.
Looking confused, yeah.
So you pass through. Can you place it between Valis and Cheshire? Ori, go ahead and make your attack roll, and then we're going to roll right
Directly
into
between us, or
initiative.
already passed by.
Like directly in between as Ori is making this attack, yeah.
It's cocked. That's the same. What is this? 21.
With a 21, your crossbow bolt straight through its ethereal form. In this form, it doesn't seem to be harmable by these normal mundane means. And in that moment, this creature transitions right in front of Alina. And everybody can roll for initiative as a bonus action, it becomes real. And all of you feel this gripping hunger begin to just rage inside of you, as if you are connected directly to it.
I have one job. One job.
Ooh, once again, that is not what I wanted to see on that die.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, I didn't do so hot either.
No, I mean, I'm in the wrong part of the initiative.
That's unfortunate. So, anybody natural 20? Ooh,
look at
Valis.
you.
Yeah.
Anybody 25 to 20?
Motivated by hunger.
Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. We have Minka, and then 20 to 15.
19.
15.
16.
19 for Cheshire. Oh, that works out so nicely for how I wrote things. 16 for Alina, who had 15?
I think it is.
Ori.
15 for
Yeah.
Ori. 15, and then that's everybody, I believe. Oh, yeah, look at that. So,
That's tracker.
let me go ahead and change the music just
This is
a little bit.
technically a dexterity check.
Okay.
I have a thing. I have a.
Okay. So, the way that this works out, Valis is starting us off, followed by Minka, then Cheshire, then the Wendigo, then Alina, and then Ori.
Do I have disadvantage on initiative because of exhaustion, level 1?
I don't think so.
Okay. Alright.
So, Valis, in this moment, you can feel behind you this creature suddenly shift the sand as they become real, the wind around them, and you can feel this overwhelming aura of hunger radiating off them. What do you want to do?
Do I feel like it's a, let's see. I'm trying to... I have a cleansing touch. Do I think that this is a spell that cleansing touch would
This
deal
one
with?
doesn't seem like a spell. You saw no actions that would indicate that this is spell casting. They're not holding a book. They don't seem like the warlocks that you've met. This seems to be some kind of an innate ability or something that is affecting it, perhaps.
Okay. I'll position myself between Cheshire and it.
Okay.
And do I get flanking from Alina?
You do?
Alright, and I'll just attack it.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack rolls.
This is a 30 to... Wait. 29 to hit?
Yeah, 29 hits. Absolutely it does.
Forget how these dice work. I'm gonna smite.
We've been gone too long. I don't know
We
how
have been
dice
gone too
work.
long.
No, absolutely. Dice are
Who
hard.
are we?
Dice are hard.
Let's see.
What smells like
Oh, and
I'll just level 1
There's
smite.
Oh, hi, Cara.
That will be...
Oh, let me pull up our battle count, and then Cara won't be able to see it. But Cara, I'm using a mini you painted. Thank you so much.
8 magical slashing.
8 magical slashing. You slash across this creature as it becomes real, and it does the full amount that you'd expect.
And 18 radiant.
An 18 radiant, which does the full amount that you would expect as well.
Alright, we're meeting expectations today. I love it. I'll attack it again.
There you go.
Sometimes you just meet expectations.
Does a 22 hit?
22 definitely hits.
Alright. And that will be 6 slashing and 2 radiant.
6 slashing and 2 radiant, 8 total. Excellent work. Anything else, Valis?
That will be it for me.
So you turn, you dash across the sand, you attack this creature twice, slashing deep, smiting, and as you do, it does the full amount that you'd expect. This creature not resistant to this. This is a full amount, but as you stand here, you can feel this overwhelming, gnawing hunger, and you can feel its attention turning to you. But that is your turn, Valis.
Mm-hmm.
That brings us to Minka. Cheshire, you're on deck.
Where is our 20-foot cube?
20-foot cube's right here. No, this is...
That's big boy.
I have my 30. I have a...
Yeah, thank you. Okay, let's see. Might have to do that.
Valis is expendable.
No,
True facts.
it's more like
He is the shield.
he's the highest AC, and Cheshire, I'm pretty sure, can dodge this.
We'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out. So Minka turns, see this crazy ghostly creature, goes, ooh, then channels the dragon to give myself a buff to concentration checks because we're casting fairy fire.
Oh, very nice. Okay.
So,
That's a dex save?
Yes.
It is a dex save.
I believe you and I do so as well, though.
Yes.
That is only going to be a 14.
That means it fails.
Absolutely. So
Dirty
this fairy fire settles across. For all of you now, all of a sudden, it is like an iridescent sand
13.
just falls into the space. You fail. You become this just iridescent, glowing beacon on the beach.
Oh, I
But
think
so
it's
too
great.
does this Wendigo. It is the
I'm
two
shiny.
of you in this disco combat now. For those of you who do attack it, will have advantage. Anything else, Minka?
So that is my action. I believe that is my bonus action to enact the stars because it is the first turn for it. So movement wise, I think all I'm really going to do is go 5, 10, 15, 20 to about here just to get a slightly better eye line. And stay there for now.
Absolutely. So you stay right there, your cool rock just tucked into your pocket. You are ready to defend it with your life. You cast Fairy Fire. You affect both the Wendigo and Valis. But that is your turn. That brings us to Cheshire. Cheshire, behind you, there is chaos happening. You can feel the gripping hunger from this creature, though you feel now immune to that effect, at least for the next day. What do you want
And
to
as
do?
much as I love this chaos, I do not wish to be in the middle of it. So, kind of as a reaction, she is going to Misty Step her way 30 feet that way.
Oh, very nice.
Yep.
Cheshire, as you appear, you are now within this wood line, and you see things that you were not privy to before.
I also would like to then be hid.
You would like to what?
I would then like to be snuck.
This will be challenging.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
It's a-
he's holding so many large minis.
It's a 30,
Oh, that's
if that makes any difference.
Yeah.
that's too much
Wolves.
Now I'm definitely gonna do the thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
But they're cute though.
Cute wolves? Oh no, you're right. That's too many. You can have some of them back. That's okay. No, that's too many.
You
So-
like
He just put down 5
right into
wolves.
it.
That's fine.
One of them is literally right next to
They're
Cheshire.
not just wolves, they are
Dire
massive.
wolves.
They are beyond just being dire wolves. You can see these huge shaped, shaggy fur, horns protruding from the shoulders and back. You can see that twisted into the fur, there are elements of gore and viscera. You can see moss and lichen that grows on them. These seem to hail from a darker place than even the Feywild, and these creatures were slowly like moving through like predators stalking, ready to pounce. They were going to try to sandwich you in, but you can see as you kind of appear here, there is a hesitation. They are aware that something happened, but they do not seem to be directly detecting your presence in this moment. 30 is pretty high.
Pretty good.
Anything else, Cheshire?
Nope, that's it.
Alrighty. That is your turn. That does bring us to the Wendigo and wolves. So let's start with the wolves. The wolves are going to pour out of this forest. They have 50 feet of movement.
dang.
That's
Yeah.
too much.
Fast boys.
They're fast boys. Okay, so it's going to be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Love that. Cheshire, do you want to take an attack of opportunity?
No.
To be fair, you know,
Terrain.
I don't have
20,
Warcaster,
25, 30.
and Cheshire has 0 proficiency in any weapon.
so you don't want to just slap
They
wolves,
have
is
to
what you're
dash.
saying.
Yeah, slap the wolf so that it turns its attention on you, who have no melee capabilities. Yeah.
Dash to get to
Absolutely.
Minka
That
as
sounds
well.
great.
Oh no!
Ooh.
Listen, this is too many wolves.
It's fine.
And the Wendigo
We have established that Minka is
probably
tank too.
going to keep its attention for now, at least turned on Lena.
Hello.
So there is the barking of wolves and howls, and they leap into action. Minka, they converge on you, but luckily only one able to get in and still be able to do attacks. First, it is going to bite you. I just dropped a dice on the ground. The bite is going to be a 23 to hit.
That does hit.
It bites with this ferocious bite, and as it does so, it is going to deal That is 17 points of piercing damage as it just
regular
bites and just regular piercing
I'm resistant.
and thrashes back and forth. So half of that, which I believe is 7.
Yep.
Sorry, 6.
6.
Then, as it tries to lash you to the ground, it swipes up with this massive set of claws. That is going to be 1 better to hit you, so that is going to be a hit. However, the claw is not anywhere near as monstrous as the teeth. That is only going to be 8 points of piercing damage.
That is reduced to 4.
There you go. Minka, you have become this tank.
I too have ethereal.
On the other side of things, Valis, these 2 wolves leap and bound over to where you are. And as they flank you and they do benefit from pack tactics, they are getting advantage on their attacks against you. Valis,
Concentration intact.
the first bite is going to be, wow, not great rolls. A 16 to hit.
Miss.
They swipe with their claws, and that is going to be a 22 to hit.
Hit.
With that, you are taking only 8 points of slashing damage. The second wolf is going to bite at you as you are kind of pushed back by the first. That is going to be a 23 to hit.
Hit.
This-
How much damage was it again?
The first one, 5, I think 8 points of damage.
Okay.
For this bite, as it sinks the teeth into you, this is going to be 18 points of piercing damage. This wolf bends the metal as it bites into your arm and thrashes, trying to bring you down. But that is both of the wolves. For the Wendigo, this Wendigo gazes at you and it tilts its head back and shrieks, Alina. It is going to take a multi-attack against you. First, it is going to try to take a tearing bite attack. That is going to be... that's going to be a big hit. That is a 26 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
All right. With that 26, they are... Ooh. That's rough. As they bite into you, you are taking 31 points of piercing damage. The teeth, almost like an alligator mouth, far longer than it should be, kind of ripping the skin on the neck as it opens. It bites into you and almost twists and pulls a chunk of flesh away. Can you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
My flesh!
So much for missing that last fight.
You are.
Well, we're on an even playing field now. Constitution?
You are within Valis range.
And does that? What does that mean again?
Plus
D4.
No, just you
Just,
add
you
4.
just put
Oh,
Add
4.
four,
Oh,
yeah.
flat 4. Yeah. Constitution. 25.
With a 25, that is a success. You, as it bites into you, you feel for just a moment this hunger radiate into you, as if it is going to inflict you with whatever it is that causes this creature to be the way that it is. But you resist. You are able to not be afflicted by the curse of hunger. But as it bites into you, you can feel your flesh begins to bleed, and you imagine it is not going to stop. That is the bite. It is now going to take 2 attacks with its cursed claws. The first attack is going to be a natural 20.
That does hit. Yeah.
That is going to be pretty substantial. That is 15, 30, 35 points of necrotic damage. And the second attack is probably also going to hit with a 23. And that 23 will transition into not great damage for you either. 25 points of necrotic damage. That is all of the Wendigo's actions. As a bonus action, it already phase changed. That is this creature's turn. You do note at the very end, as it bites into you and slashes once and then twice, it swallows elements of what it can pull away from you, and it seems to regain some of the health that it lost.
Damn.
In fact, you can see it is as if muscle and skin begins to reform instantly, and it regains a lot of the health that it lost. But that is all of their turns. That brings us to Alina. Ori, you are on deck.
All right. To res as a free action, I'm just gonna be like,
Alina, also at the start of your turn,
Oh, bleed.
you take 5 points of necrotic damage. As you do bleed, this seems to almost turn into this blackened sludge as it leaves your body. And as it does, it's almost as if every drop that is spilled is a drop that you will never be able to drink again. You are beginning to get especially thirsty. But what would you like to do?
We got a wheel.
Oh, nice. I'm gonna tell Rez to just help Phallus to the best of his ability, and then I'm going to turn my attention to the Wendigo and say, that's quite enough of that, and I'm going to cast Dominate Monster.
Okay, so you say that's quite enough of that. It turns and just howls at you, but that is a what kind of save?
Wisdom, DC 19.
A wisdom
And
save.
he has advantage to it because we're fighting.
That is true. That is a d12.
Oh, you can roll the d12. That's
That is going to be for wisdom a 21.
Oh.
And so it just roars at you just straight through the casting of that spell. You get the sense that it has not taken effect.
Welp. I don't want the attack of opportunity, so I'm just gonna stand there
Okay.
and hold the bleeding part and just be like, stop it!
You hold it, the blood straight through. But in this moment, as you kind of wait, it kind of almost partially lunges, expecting you to move. And you get the sense that not moving was probably the right idea. But that is your turn, Alina.
Yep.
That brings us to Ori, and then we are going back up to the top of the round with Valis leading us off.
All right. Now it's corporeal,
It is corporeal. It is bleeding ever so slightly.
so it's still got the light effect on it, right?
Correct.
Fairy fire, yeah.
All right. I am going to then make my attack on it, shooting the crossbow.
Oh, Cara noticed something.
That's gonna be a 24 to hit,
24 to hit does hit.
and that's gonna be a sneak attack because I have advantage. So that's gonna be a lot of dice.
I did the same thing. I have like a whole bunch of dice on the ground from the beginning of the session.
That was actually just the
No, I got mine right. I
lid,
got
the
yours.
lid to the sneak attack
I got it.
tin, but I'll roll these here sneak attacks. Ooh, look at those numbies! Look at
Whoa! Oh, that is fire.
That's
This
a
is the
lot of good
sneakiest attack I
numbers.
think you've ever done.
yeah, this is good numbies. All right, so that's
Now's the time.
30. 42 magical piercing damage.
Very nice. Is the full amount that you'd expect.
And I guess I am going to expend one fire charge to see if it does anything.
Okay.
For another 4 fire damage.
As you hit and the Ruby Crescendo creates this mark on this creature's flesh, it just illuminates into a blaze up this creature's arm, and it does 8 points of fire damage, as it seems more effective than you had expected to be.
Oh, okay, fire works. All right. Then, in that case, bonus action, I'm going to use a quick toss to throw one of the shooting stars of Xander off.
Okay, make your attack roll with the throwing star.
That's
Throwing
going to be... Ooh! That's 19 on the die.
That's almost certainly going to be a hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a hit. That's above its AC.
Cool. All right, and then that's going to be boop, boop, boop. Can't be a sneak attack, but it does have that cool thing that it's extra damage. Oh, easy come, easy go, though. That's 12.
Hey,
12 magical piercing.
still good. Still the full amount. Anything else, Ori?
Action, bonus action. I am going to
I have this cute listeners.
move here.
Okay. You turn around, there's 3 massive dire wolves. You can see each one likely 3 times the size of Minka, and that is what you're stepping towards. You kind of stumble a little bit.
That's it.
There you go. That is your turn, Ori. That brings us to the top of the round 2. Valis, Minka, you are on deck. Valis,
finally.
from where you are kind of standing, you can feel this hunger overwhelming in this movement. You also have wolves off on either side, and this creature just took a pretty good amount of damage from Ori's strike, and the fire especially, you can see just kind of lighting up and just illuminating the arm.
I'll take the dodge action and then I'll move here.
Okay.
Oh, actually, never mind. It's fine.
Okay, so you will be provoking one attack of opportunity.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, this
I am
wolf
dodging.
bites at you. That is going to be a 20 to hit.
Miss!
All right, and you just
Just
leap
barely-
out of the way.
Bounces off my shield.
So now
And I
you
use momentum
stand
to move over.
on this side, and you're action dodging.
Yeah.
Okay, you action dodge. That is
And
your.
bonus action, I'll grab one of the beads and cast Sunbeam just straight down the lane here.
Oh, very nice.
Ooh.
Perfect positioning. You cast Sunbeam. That is a con save.
Your beam.
I believe so. Yep.
Okay, so first for the Wendigo, that is going to be a 21.
That will
And
pass.
for each of the Murkendraw direwolves, that is going to be wisdom, or sorry, con.
Yeah.
Much worse. The high one is going to be a 10. So they both fail. You can
Yeah.
see each of these wolves. There is this yelp as they are blinded by the sunbeam.
5, 31, 32. Alright, so the wolves take 32 damage and they're both blinded. Can they be blinded?
They can.
Alright,
You
and
can see
then
they look around confused.
and the Wendigo takes 16 and it's all radiant damage.
And the radiant damage, for what it's worth, does the full amount that you would expect.
Alright, and that is my turn.
All right. The Wendigo, after that hit and after Ori's hit, starting to look a little bit rough. These two wolves, instantly, as they are struck, there's these yelps, and they snap at each other as they are unfamiliar with what's around, and they are looking hurt as well. But that is your turn, Valis. That brings us to Minka.
Okay. So seeing that the two in front of me just got toasted to hell, I'll reach out, and the sunbeam is still there.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
No,
no.
it's
Well,
it
He
pulses.
can shoot the
pulses.
multiple.
It
Yeah,
pulses.
yeah.
It's a
Okay.
slap chop.
But it's not like a
It
wall.
doesn't stay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slap chop.
Would you?
Slap
That
chop.
was a slap chop.
I
It's one of
will
those hands with like the stick.
put her hand out and cast shocking bolt on this one, or shocking hands.
Shocking grasp.
Shocking grasp.
No problem.
The
That
hand-
is a saving throw or an attack roll.
It's an attack roll.
Okay, go for
You'll
it.
have advantage.
Yes. So a blind. Oh, which is probably good. A 19?
19 is a hit.
Okay, awesome. Because that was a really shitty roll. Alright, the 3d8 lightning damage. That ends up being an amount.
When do spells get that 4th dice? Level 15. When do cantrips get that 4th dice? Is it level 15 or 16?
I think it's
18 points
17.
of lightning damage.
Oh.
18 points of lightning damage. To which one?
This one.
That one. Okay, 18 points of lightning damage. They are in very bad shape, but they're still up.
Okay. So that was my action, and then for my bonus action, let's see. There's not much I can do. I can cast a leveled spell though, because that was a cantrip. And seeing that Alina just got bit to hell, it won't be much, but it'll be something. I will cast Cure. No, that wrong one. The other one,
Healing
Okay.
word.
Healing Word
Okay.
at 4th level.
Very nice. It's a big word.
Yeah. And it's just gonna, it's just gonna be you can just scream Selena, but as it goes up, I won't do it here because it just increases in pitch until it just kind of fades out.
First level, second level, third level, fourth level.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And you can feel this burst of healing from the shriek of Minka across the battlefield. You recognize healing word. Anything else, Minka?
No, so I'm just gonna roll that out
There
while
you
you guys do that. We'll solve it over here.
Then that brings us to Cheshire. Cheshire, the wolves lunge away from you and off and onto the beach. You are now left just kind of alone in these woods. You can see beyond them, they grow denser and deeper as you travel kind of further north. You can see within this space, there is all manner of this kind of growth and little elements of shrubbery and lichen and moss. But what are you doing?
Do we have the 20-foot speed handy somewhere?
Here.
Oh. Yeah. I was saving it.
I think. Is that a 20-foot
I
spear?
think that's 30.
20.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 20 looks
always
so
looks-
large.
Yeah, it
Because
is
it's the
big.
radius, not
Yeah.
the, yeah.
Especially with my head.
He can take it. I mean, not really, but warning.
He'll forgive
hit
you.
The Wendigo and 3 wolves.
You do?
And
Nice.
with synaptic static.
There
So that
you
is
go.
an intelligence saving throw, please.
Okay, so
okay,
start
Trasher.
with this Wendigo.
Maybe he's
Natural
super
20 for the
smart.
Wendigo.
Damn.
Silvery barbs. Fuck
Silvery
that.
barbs. Still not terrible. What kind of save?
Intelligence.
15.
That is a failure.
There you go. And then for the 3 wolves, they roll no. They all fail. So synaptic static, this burst, this explosion in 20 feet, as the air itself seems to almost tear and ripple. You can hear in your mind's eye the sound of the echo of fireworks go off, and you can see on their feet these creatures are wobbled.
Rez got a 22.
Hey, look at
He succeeds.
Rez.
He was expecting it because Trevor warned him.
Yeah, he did a little loop-de-loop in the air.
Oh,
Dodged it. I'm so smart.
Mental fortitude.
You're right.
30 points of psychic damage.
30 points of
Damn.
psychic damage. Give me just 1 second.
And I was just like, oh, it didn't matter.
30 points of psychic
It is
damage. It's half as much for Rez.
It doesn't matter. Yeah,
For
he only
30
has 10
points of
hit
psychic
points.
damage, the wolf directly in front of you, Minka, you can see the head kind of shifts, and then the eyes cross, the tongue lolls out, and it just collapses, slamming into your shins. It is dead. The Wendigo takes the full brunt of that attack and is still very much up. And then the other wolf had been uninjured previously to the strike, or the other 2 had been uninjured. So they take a good chunk of damage. Very nice.
They
as a
have
synaptic
muddled
static.
thoughts for 1 minute. Any of those who failed, you during that time rolls a d6 and subtracts the number rolled from all of its attack rolls and ability checks, as well as Constitution saving throws to maintain concentration.
Nice.
Minus D6.
It's an amazing effect.
Minus
Yeah.
D6.
Says the one that's about to get attacked by a bunch of wolves.
Anything else, Cheshire?
That's it.
Very nice. You kind of peek out from the rocks. You can see everybody just kind of waver. But that does bring us to the Wendigo and the wolves.
Goodness gracious.
I love that for someone who's about to get knocked
We're
out by wolves.
gonna call it a day after that one.
Hi.
Use the 6
Yeah.
Now?
Like,
I was waiting
oh,
for that.
reaction. I'm gonna
unlikely that
get
I'm
this
gonna
guy
get
with my
Just 1
brace.
second.
Damn. Should have done so many things differently.
Hey, if it worked, it would have
Live
been
and learn.
awesome.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, well, and then the not wanting to take the attack of opportunity, like it turned out to be a good thing, but
Yeah.
now I'm gonna get chomped and I have.
they have to roll or subtract a d6 from all their attack rolls.
This
Right?
is
Yeah.
true. So first,
See how
we're going to
this-
start closest to me over here
Yep.
with Minka, Ori, and the 2 dire wolves. As they close in, Ori, go ahead and make your attack roll.
That's
You
our
can
new
see
shield.
one of them is blind. It kind of snaps at the sand and at your feet. The other one that approaches from behind is getting attacked by Ori.
That's gonna be a 24.
24 is a hit.
27.
That is a hit.
All right, and
And sorry, what did you say, Alana?
Oh, that's
Can be
our
a
new
sneak
shield.
Just nuke yourself. It's fine.
What is it?
Just nuke yourself.
Mingo, Ori, and the 2 direwolves.
Actually getting into the other.
that's
We
gonna
missed
be
it.
that.
My filter is super off today. I don't know why. It's just...
4.
The dice giveth and the dice taketh.
That's
I
how it
know,
works.
Oh.
Good to see it.
Not great, but you know, every little bit counts. 18 plus 29.
29, very
That's
nice.
pretty good.
And this was the unhurt wolf, and so now all of them have a little bit of damage, as is the Wandering Hearts tradition. But they close in. The one that you attack, Ori, it seemed to be about to attack Minka, but your damage almost pulls its attention towards you. It snaps with a bite attack first, and that is only going to be a 13 to hit.
That's a miss.
It strikes out with its claws, and that is going to be even less. And so you were able to distract this creature away. The other one that is blind does get advantage from pack tactics and flanking, but disadvantage from being blind, so it just rolls even.
Yep.
We'll take a bite attack in your general vicinity, Minka. That is a natural 1. And so as it is blind, you can see the eyes seem to regard you, and then it lunges and just buries its head into the ground, into the sand, and just snap, 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 and the sand just flies everywhere. It howls, starts choking, and then has to like spit it out. You can see bits of foam beginning to rise at its mouth. It does not like that, and it uses the rest of its multi-attack to just like try to claw the sand out.
No,
Kitty
buddy.
litter.
Those guys not doing
no.
great. But then we flash over to this other side to where we have 2 wolves and the Wendigo. So first, the wolf that does not have muddled thoughts is going to take attacks against you.
They both have muddled thoughts.
Oh, I only have 2 over there, don't I?
Yeah.
There you go. So the first attack with muddled thoughts is against you, Alina. It does have advantage for flanking. It is taking away a d6, correct? Okay. Damn, that's -6. I rolled a 9 and a 6 with my advantage here, so not doing great. This dire wolf, as it tries to bite, is only going to... This is so much math. That's an 11 to hit.
Does not hit.
With the claw. A little bit better this time. That is going to be, for all intents and purposes, a 9 on the dice. 16 to hit.
Beats it.
There you go. The claw strikes
minus
out.
a d6.
What?
That was minus a d6.
That was minus, yeah, it was a 3 on the d6. With that claw, as it swipes out, almost like just barely able to reach out to you, it is going to deal 12 points of slashing damage.
A shield comes out from somewhere and reduces it by 11.
There you go. Barely any damage at all. The shield, you leap out and block just this last element of claw. However, that does kind of open you up to the attacks from the wolf behind. Same deal as before. It gets advantage.
Uh-oh.
It gets minus 1d6. That is going to be 7 minus 3, 17 to hit.
Miss.
And then with the claw, exact same thing. And so you are able to throw the shield, block the one wolf, and then spin around. And as this wolf lunges in, you hold up just your bare arm, the armor itself, all that stands between these snapping jaws and your flesh. But you hold strong, and these creatures unable to break through. That does bring us to the Wendigo. The Wendigo is going to turn its attention to you, Valis.
That's me.
And the jaw cracks open. Can you make a charisma saving throw as you begin to hear whispers and shrieks and cries of dozens of different voices from across the spectrum of different kinds of entities?
Natural 20. Do you want the number?
No, natural 20 is perfect. You are able to
33.
withstand the maddening whispers of this creature. It, frustrated, howls and takes its attacks against you.
Minus a d6.
Minus a d6. First, it is taking its tearing bite against you. Damn, I rolled so bad. 19 to hit.
Miss.
Yeah, okay. And then it is going to take 2 attacks with its cursed claws. The first one, this is still probably going to hit, is going to be a 26 to hit.
Yeah, that will hit.
Minus a d6.
With minus a d6. Only a 1 on the d6. The d6 being kind to me. So, with that hit, Valis, where's my other key? Valis,
Here, I'm gonna together.
15. You are taking 20 points of necrotic damage, and as that sinks into you, can you please make a Constitution saving throw?
Oh, no. 9.
With a 9,
Uh-oh.
that
9.
hunger that is bracketing you sinks deep into your essence and into your soul, and you are afflicted with the curse of hunger. Valis, as a paladin, something innately feels wrong to you. Something feels off. You feel as if there is a gnawing in your belly, like you haven't eaten in days, but you imagine no food will help. Anything that you smell will smell sour or like ash. There is something innately wrong, and we'll talk more about what that looks like.
I hate that.
It looks like that.
But you imagine it will be very hard to gain nourishment from here on out.
Uh-oh.
Unless someone don't know.
That is the first claw attack. That was the bite attack. It will swirl after landing that attack on you, Valis, and take its final attack against Alina.
Hello.
Alina, same deal. That is going to be -1. This is so much math. A 20 to hit.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't
As
be
it
so
slashes
excited.
with this last claw. It's been hard, and it's also hard just to do the math because
That's true.
there's so many dice that I'm rolling, and some of them are plus, but some of them are minus.
You're right. You deserve some excitement.
Thank you.
Please enjoy
13,
downing me.
That is 17. That is going to be a total of 23 points of necrotic damage. And can you make a Constitution saving throw?
Who's hitting
I'm
Alina?
only alive
The
because of
Wendigo.
that healing word.
Okay.
Con save. Do I get the Valis?
Yeah.
You do?
Get the Valis.
Wendigo.
Sorry, it's at least 22.
25.
With a 25, you are able to withstand the curse of hunger as they try to impart this into you as well. You are able to hold strong, but as it bites and slashes and little elements of you are kind of spread into the wind, you can see it almost gets absorbed into this creature, and again, it heals just a little bit.
Am I still bleeding after following
Oh,
being
you certainly
healing
are.
worded?
Yes. Oh, yeah, you certainly are.
Damn it.
Hey, actually, let me double check that.
Also, teacher, you forgot to collect our homework.
You are still bleeding. That is the Wendigo's turn. That brings us to you, Alina. Alina, at the start of your turn, you do take 4 points of necrotic damage. You continue to bleed.
I'm not bleeding.
Misty, step out of there.
Oh.
Goodbye.
You misty step. Where are you ending up?
Over here. Okay. And she like cracks her fingers and more blood spurts out. And we're gonna go pew 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 on the Wendigo.
You go.
Actually, oh no, I can't because I missed the stuff. Alright, pew 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 it is. Alright, that is a 27, an 18, and a 16.
That is 3 hits, with the last one being a pizza. This creature, very much wearing no armor, it is just flesh hanging off of a skeletal frame.
Pants.
Campaign 1 was pants webs.
Ooh, look, oh, these dice were stuck together. That's not fair. This one gets a reroll, I decided. Okay, don't worry, it's worse.
I was worried for a second.
That's 35 points of force damage and 4 fire.
The 4 fire does twice as much as you would expect, and instantly, though this creature is regenerating, not nearly as quickly as the damage that you are all pouring into it. It's looking hurt.
What's our proficiency? Is it 4 or 5 proficiency?
I believe 4.
4. Oh.
Anything else, Celine?
5.
For us, it's 5.
Oh, what is
Oh, then it was 5 fire
There
damage.
you go. 2 more points.
Okay.
Anything
Yeah,
else?
and then Therese, I'm gonna be like,
Rez is not here.
oh, I'm gonna be, I say something to nobody, like in my mind.
There you go, and you could feel it is just
He's
this.
probably like, that would have been funny.
This color. That is your turn.
I sense something
Yeah.
funny.
Alrighty,
being said.
Alina, you are out of immediate danger. That brings us to Ori.
Not far enough away.
Cool. I'm gonna be like, Minka Vallis is looking pretty fucked. I'm gonna.
I'm looking what?
You are looking hungry yesterday.
Still shining from the fairy fire.
Still shining from the fairy fire.
Gonna shoot at the Wendigo.
Go ahead, make your attack roll.
I should have had it then.
Sorry, this is not an appropriate time for
Yeah.
that.
I'm just gonna see if I got any crits for the Wendigo. Oh, yeah.
That's like 28 or 9. 29.
That's gonna hit.
And that's a sneak attack. Andy already got 1 fire, and I'm gonna apply a second fire.
There you go.
And fuck this guy, I'm gonna make it a trick attack too. Or not a trick attack, a trip attack.
Okay.
Um,
What kind of save is
so
that?
it's a strength save, or he's knocked prone.
20.
Yeah, he does not get knocked prone, but he does take a little bit of extra damage. And that's gonna be plus 1 more. So that's 1. Alright. Start with the 12 fire
Okay, for 24 total.
plus that's
Valis, you were on deck.
Numbies, some numbers, lots of numbies.
Public math is hard.
5 plus 41 points of magical piercing.
Damn. That is the full amount that you would expect. And as you strike and that mark flares even brighter, you can see the Ruby Crescendo carrying this damage over. You do not trip this creature, but it still almost falls. It almost sinks down to its knees, and for just a moment, this howl is cut short, but it opens its mouth again, intent, its eyes searching for you, Ori. It is still up.
It's still looking for me? Cool. Bonus action, I'm gonna throw a fucking dagger at it.
There you go. Make your attack roll.
17 on the die, so it's
That is a hit.
28. And that's just gonna be the boop plus boop. Not as much damage for this one, but still. Oh, that's not much damage at all.
This would be enough.
15 points of magical piercing.
Does the full amount, and this creature almost falls down. You can see that last one again almost brings it to the ground, but it is still up. It is still alive, but it is laser focused on you.
And I'm gonna just use my movement to get better positioning without without leaving that guy's range.
There you go. You circle around to the back of this direwolf, almost using it as cover. That is your turn, Ori. That brings us to the top of the round and to Valis. Valis, this creature in front of you is badly hurt. As badly hurt as you have ever seen it. You can feel the pressure from this wolf closing in from behind you. There is another one closing in from the side. What are you doing?
I'll take a step right here
Okay.
and
Little
say
confused.
something about the high ground.
Yeah.
It's still much.
And die. And I'll use my
should've
bonus
taken the high
action
ground.
to sunbeam down the lane again and hit the Wendigo and Bogo wolves.
Very, very nice.
And they need to make a con saving throw.
So first the wolves. That is awful. Both wolves fail. Then this guy. Not great either. That is going to be a 14 for the Wendigo. So I believe they all fail.
They all fail, and they should feel bad about themselves.
They probably will, because they're gonna
10,
die.
26, 30 radiant damage to all of them.
With 30 points of radiant damage, you pull out the sunbeam, and as you this beam, it bursts the Wendigo in half. You can see the top part kind of drift up, the bottom part, the legs, just collapse and fall into the sand, and this creature is no more. The top half, though, just disappears. There's just two stumpy legs buried in the sand. The two wolves just explode with the sunbeam, and you annihilate all three of those entities in a row.
Strike.
Minka, you are now suddenly in a significantly better position. You and Ori now turn, and you are flanking the wolves, not the other way. Anything else, Valis? Great sunbeam.
Thank you, kind DM. I'll walk over here and just walk up to the wolf.
Okay.
And my turn.
You close in with this wolf in bad shape as well. But that is your turn. That brings us to Minka.
And I'm still glowing.
You are, but I can now stop that.
What if I
Dropping
want to
fairy
keep
fire?
glowing?
Yeah, because the only one affecting it right now is just Valis.
Yeah.
So there's no point keeping it up, so I'll drop Fairy Fire now. I will also turn to face the wolf.
Okay.
And as I turn to face the wolf, I will also channel the chalice instead. But contrary to its healing properties, I will just shocking grasp the wolf
Nice.
in front of me.
Fantastic. Behind you, the stars realign, and you shed this brilliant light as you take on the form
Spicy
of the chalice. Motes of healing energy rise up, but that is not what impacts the wolf.
Okay. Ooh, at 29.
29 is a hit.
Yes. One, two. In a puff of smoke. 12 points of damage.
12 points of damage.
Radiant damage.
It's a good amount of damage, but not enough to kill this wolf.
Okay. Well, since upon doing that, we no longer have, what's it called?
Attacks opportunity.
Yes. So, I'll just be like,
You just run right away.
a quick jaunt.
This wolf tries to snap at you, and as you run away, you just slap its face. And as you do, there is a jolt of energy that shocks it. You can see it actually stuns it in place, and you just escape, taking some refuge in the familiar warm glow of Valis' aura.
Yeah. Does he look, as Ori said, fucked?
Who, Valis?
Yeah.
Define, like, fucked.
Like multiple days.
He's currently
How bloody?
clothed.
How bloody are you currently?
I'm not very bloody. I'm about, like,
It's more the
two-thirds healthy.
exhaustion and
Oh, I'm very tired, though. Like, he looks,
Okay.
like, tired
You look
and
okay.
hungry, and he
Starving.
is
The hungry
looking
Valis
at
you've ever seen.
everything.
Hungry like the wolf.
Hungry.
Within- yeah.
Unfortunately, you're too far away from me to do anything about that. But since you don't look particularly, like, awful, I will hold...
Alina probably looks
Healing
more
spells.
awful than I.
Let's see, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, we are close enough. I will cast Cure Wounds at first level, and then also use the Chalice ability to pour the rest of the Chalice ability into Alina.
Okay. You
Not
direct
Cure
all,
Wounds.
as you're like getting closer, you can see
Healing
it's
word.
almost like Valis renders a little bit more, and Valis actually doesn't look like they're in terrible shape. They're just tired. But in front of you, as Alina comes into focus, Alina's rough. So
As
you redirect
she
that
gains
energy.
more polygons, she
Yeah.
also gains more blood. I'm like, ooh.
Anything else?
That was my movement, my action, my bonus. That's it.
Alrighty, that brings us to Cheshire. Cheshire, from in the woods, you can see many of the wolves just annihilated by the sunbeam. What would you like to do?
I want to check out my surroundings.
Okay.
What do I see?
Make a perception check.
Not super great. 17.
You can see you are here now in a dense forest of yew bushes and weeping willows. You can see that there is a shimmering mist that clings like a cowl to the canopy and drifting in little tendrils until they disappear near the ground at places close to the trunks, almost like fingers that just twist into the soil. You can see off in the distance the ground rises steadily and then kind of falls. You can see these trees seem to grow taller and more dense. The mist grows a little bit denser. And what was that roll?
17 perception?
With the 17, that is all that you can see in this moment. You seem to be alone within this space. Kind of glancing over your shoulder, not so much alone over there, but here, at least alone. Anything else, Cheshire?
Nope, that's it.
Alrighty, that brings us to these two wolves. So the wolf that took this attack from you, Ori, is going to turn, and seeing many of these wolves now vanquished, it is going to dash and run back into the forest. It does provoke an attack of opportunity if you want to
I'm
take
gonna
it.
stab it in the butt.
There you go. Otherwise, it is moving 100 feet into the woods.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. Go ahead and roll damage.
Literally into the butthole.
This wolf will never be the same even if it gets away.
Tell us how it happened.
Stabbed him in the butt. He died.
That's just medicine.
It's not a lot of damage though. It's just 3 on the die, so 17 total.
This wolf is you as it rushes away, you slash down its entire body, you carve deep into its flesh, and it limps, it falls, dragging its back leg. It is still up, and it just trails blood across this sand into the forest proper. You can hear it growl as it moves away. The one that is
Don't have
facing
it bad. I
you,
gotta go
Valis,
finish the job.
sees this happen and turns to run as well. It is going to dash 100 feet into the woods, provoking an attack of opportunity if you want to take it.
He's gonna
26.
go by Cheshire.
26 is a hit.
I don't know. Bitch slap
Stab it in the butt.
I don't have any weapons.
6 radiant,
You've got
10
5
slashing.
on each hand.
Magical.
And for you, it's not going to run by Cheshire because this wolf in much worse shape. Valis, tell us how it happens.
Let's see.
It's in the process of getting away.
As he turns away, Valis sees his chance and he jumps up and just kind of and stabs it. And then he rolls over and falls to his knees, looking exhausted.
Absolutely. You stab this creature, it falls to the ground dead, and this final wolf just traces off into the woods, or if you would like, take one final shot at this
I
creature.
want to try to.
Does anybody else have a range
It's
of
just
above
humane.
Valis? If you have anything at the range of 80,
Natural
and then Alina, 100,
20.
you'd be at 120 feet.
I have 120, but I don't think I can see him.
Was it?
It was a natural 20.
Oh,
Yeah.
you don't even need to roll damage.
I want
This
to.
creature had 1 hit point left. They have 60 HP, and you got it to 59.
I did. That natural 20 is helpful though because I regained my
There
charges.
you
on
go.
The
And
Nice.
so
Nice.
you regain the charge in the Ruby Crescendo as you take a shot, and even further than 120 feet, you have to like angle it into the sun, and you fire. And against the setting sun, this crossbow bolt just into this creature, and you hear a yelp and then silence from this distance.
R.I.P.
And you are all out of initiative. I'm going to go ahead and change up this music.
Does Valis still look cursy?
So I
Look over at Valis. Go ahead and make a
He's
medicine check.
very gray.
Or an Arcana check, we'll say.
I will make a medicine check.
Okay.
Can I do Arcana?
You know, oh, go ahead. I was gonna say something stupid.
I'm gonna say, what did he do to me? And I'm gonna look down at my hex wine bottle and take a
You
look at it.
are
Alina's like,
brightly
oh, right.
glowing, almost as if the fairy fire has settled into this wine.
All right.
Alina's like, I got you, 1 second. I got you. No, don't do that. It's easier for me to get it back than.
Who's doing what?
I'd stop because you told me to stop.
Alina like cast remove curse.
You cast Remove Curse on this creature. So
Reduced to nothing but this
the double
creature.
check this here.
This poor soul.
Okay.
This NPC.
So the Hunger
Demoted.
Curse. As you cast Remove Curse, give me 1 second. We have to look up Remove Curse. That's a what level spell? 3rd?
I believe it's a
5th.
I get it.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second here.
Due to the natural upcasting abilities.
In this moment, you go over and you cast Remove Curse on Valis, and casting it at an especially high level, whether that's helpful or not. Valis, you feel the hunger fade to a more manageable level. And you get the sense that had that not worked, and the curse itself did have a chance to resist that, you would continue to get exhausted, perhaps every day. If you were to continue to fail, you wouldn't be able to gain nourishment from anything, not even things like Goodberry, not even things like Hero's Feast. And once you got to 3 levels of exhaustion, things would start to change very rapidly for you. But you no longer have to worry about that as this curse is cured.
And Alina kind of claps him on the shoulder and says, "Let us take care of you every once in a while, Valis."
Thank you, Alina.
You're welcome. And a little bit of blood runs down her chin. She's like, I'm very hurt.
Was it heading in the same direction as where the leaf hit in the shade?
Yes, indeed.
I think
Indeed.
with Mika's medicine check was really low, so I think she starts to focus on Valis and then sees Alina come running, like just a bloody mess. Goes ah, just
Should we take a short rest
We
and
can do it
bandage
in-
ourselves?
I think we can do it in 10 minutes. If we can go
It's
into
like
the ring.
6:15-ish.
605. Yeah,
I think that's a good idea.
Am I still bleeding?
you are.
Do I?
You take another D8 worth of damage.
No.
Wait,
Second here.
Can you describe again what we're seeing from this?
take
Is
8
this-
points of necrotic damage?
Okay.
You can
Alina's
see
like,
this
I could use some help,
wound.
please.
As it continues to bleed, it is just the blood kind of transitioning into this blackish tar as it hits air. It continues to almost pulse out with every beat of Alina's heart.
I'm going to touch Alina's shoulder and cast Lesser Restoration and see if that does anything.
When you cast Lester Restoration, Lester, I know,
Lester
the
comes
bleeding
out, he's
stops.
like, "Hey."
Okay. Natural.
And you are able to stop the ever-bleeding bite.
Thank you.
Okay. Do we want to take a breather before heading deeper?
We can. Yeah. I mean, if anyone wants to come into the ring, we can do it in just 10 minutes and be on our
Guess
way.
traveling at night's not going to make too much of a difference either way.
And also, I'd rather us not be so injured before heading any further in. If we could do it without using more spell work, I think that might be better for the long run.
Alright, I can keep watch.
Okay.
Are you rejoining the rest of your group, Cheshire?
Cheshire is standing like between the group and the leaf and just like
You can see the leaf is kind of between you and where Alina is. It being used by Alina is kind of like right between, heading in the direction that you are in. You are on the right path, but you just wait. No problem.
Alina's like, Chesh, nap time?
okay. Always out for a
Ori,
nap.
do you need to rest?
I can just sit and watch, keep a gaze.
But do you need to heal, though?
You look a little hurt.
I can still short rest while keeping watch,
But
right?
Wait, so
the
only
point
wait
of going
10
in the
minutes.
ring is that it only takes 10 minutes.
Oh.
If you need to rest, give it to me.
Yeah, fine. I could use the short rest.
She...
No, it's me.
I hate going
Okay.
in that.
Not for stealing, please.
When have I ever
So many times,
taken
Chesh.
anything from you?
Fair enough. Okay, everybody, gather around.
You all vanish into the ring with who staying on the outside?
Me.
Okay.
Sorry. Cara just made a very niche Central Massachusetts joke.
So Cheshire, you now hold the ring with all of your friends within. Is there anything that you want to do during the short rest as you're driving?
I am driving.
We could just keep going. Yeah.
Since I am in possession of Alina,
Oh no.
if I walk, will the leaf continue forward?
Are you trying?
Yeah, I'll give it a try.
You take a couple steps forwards and the leaf begins to move.
Nice. We're a cabin.
I will,
Now we're a house
Walk.
that walks on legs.
but I'm intentionally walking at like half speed.
Okay.
Like not moving, like trying
Sneaking?
to be hidden, not
Make a
draw
stealth check.
attention,
Make a stealth check.
go slow. That's a really high number, 31.
With a 31, you blend into the forest and move slow,
not
especially.
happy.
You, dressed in pink, should be very obvious. But
Except I still look like I look like an old lady.
Not very restful.
perhaps it is the
forward
seeming, perhaps it is just the fact that this is a place where the mist hangs dense in the air, but you just meld into the terrain here and you feel very hidden. You feel so hidden, in fact, as you walk, and you spend maybe like 5 minutes walking, you get to 10 minutes, and the rest of you finish your short rest. Are you staying in the ring for a bit, or are you going to pop out? when
Or
you're
he
done?
gets out as soon as he can.
Yeah, I think Alina is like brimming with pride for Ori that he chose
Ori's
to go into the
eyes
ring, so-
closed, like pretty much hyperventilating the whole time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like as soon as 10 minutes is up, she's gonna release him.
And not super restful, but mechanically restful.
Alina resummoned Rez during
Okay.
that time.
Rez resummoned.
That really hurt, Cheshire.
Many of you pop out of this ring. As Rez says that, Rez looks around and doesn't seem to be able to see Cheshire. Can't even find the ring that he pops out of.
Oh, that's right.
But there is something that sees Rez and sees Ori as you pop out of this ring. For you, Cheshire, you are still hidden for this moment.
Okay.
I think we
So,
all pop out, right?
We would have popped out like in the spaces directly surrounding her.
Perfect.
And so
So we
do
could,
I at least see Cheshire?
You're within the woods. You don't see Cheshire, but I would say for you,
She's
Alina, you
literally
have an
right next
idea
to
as to where she is.
Do I sense Cheshire?
I just say
Like
out
that,
loud, ring please, thank you. And
Okay.
just wait for
Cheshire
it to appear in my
It
hand.
magically appears in your hand.
Thank you.
I guess just
As all of these things happen, you do see Ori, and for the rest of you as you pop out, a shimmer in the mist. And you notice a number of humanoid figures almost seem to just apparate, like the mist becomes solid.
Point of fact, would I have seen this while I was walking?
No.
Okay.
And you get the sense that Cheshire, you were so hidden, you would have walked right by and never seen this. But because it is 8:30 and a good place for us to take a break, as you begin to see this older woman and this younger girl sort of take form within this mist, that is where we're going to step away for a quick break. It is, there's going to be a countdown on your screen. We will be back at the end of it. We will see you then. And we are back. Welcome back to Adventures in Alberon, Courts of Everest. If you stuck with us through the break, thank you so much. I saw Talon in the chat. Hello, Talon. Thank you for joining us. I saw Cara. Hello, Cara. We are going to continue to play D&D. Before we left for the break, this party defeated a Wendigo and a plethora of direwolves on this beach as you emerge from the surf, having walked beneath the waves to get to this place. You now see, as you pop out of Alina's enchanted ring, freshly rested, and joining Cheshire, who is much more stealthy than the rest of you, you can see the mist almost operates into these shapes. You see humanoid figures emerge, these wisps of fog hurling low across the ground into these people. You can suddenly smell the scent of cooked meat. You can smell root vegetables and baked bread wafting in the air. This group of villager-looking people, draped in furs, heavy cloaks, you can see they're all huddled around a wooden cart. And as they turn, you can see this little girl look up kind of at the foot or at the knees of this older woman, and she crosses the distance over to all of you. Are you doing anything?
I think Minka would reflexively wave.
Are they like
You wave.
ghosts?
She draws back for just a moment when you wave, but then she approaches, kind of holding this raggedy doll in her hands.
Sorry, did you say roughly how many? I'm sorry. Roughly how many people there are?
5.
Okay.
Divine sense. Oh, sorry, I thought you were done.
Alina's gonna narrow her eyes and try to figure out if these are hags and hagawans.
You divine sense, and you sense nothing. There is nothing here. This
I
little
relay
girl kind of approaches after being a little bit shied away for a moment, and she looks at you and she says, "Will you please deliver this for us?"
Oh. Deliver it where?
To the old woman. She's waiting.
Which one?
There's
She
one right
turns, and when she turns, all of the villagers in unison turn. And they
Oh.
turn, and all of their arms drift up, and they all point in the same direction. And you see in that direction the leaf, might be 5 feet beyond, kind of traveling.
Minka's gonna think, and
We should
We're-
not take anything.
the group of people that the Dragonborn Hunter mistook us for. What were they called? You people. You people.
You allowed to say that?
Hex no. I don't say this out loud. This is me thinking to myself. It was the hex something. Minka can't remember the name of it, so you'd be like,
Maybe it's on the map.
oh, it might be. Is
Like
it
the
like in a
clan.
box?
Yeah.
Is it a box?
Oh, the
Is it
Is what?
what are we delivering?
She turns, and all of the arms drop down, and they out, and you can see they all point to this cart. You can see this cart that they are gathered around. It holds stews, kind of in these big cauldrons. You can see roasted meats. You see loaves of fresh bread, jars of pickled vegetables. You see bottles of wine. This is a just laden cart, the kind that would be drawn by 1 or perhaps even 2 horses.
are these? Is this a ghost girl?
Make an insight check.
On the page, you don't even have to do that.
I
Did
don't
I get
sense-
anything out of my eye narrowing?
Like, is this? It feels like it could be a
With what
trap,
intent?
You know, like
To try to figure out whether they're hags and hagawans.
Make an
Yeah.
Arcana check.
this
I
is.
say I don't
this
sense
is
any
some sort-
undead.
Yeah, so this makes it seem like it's a trap. And that's
Maw tribe or Ixar.
Small tribe. That was it.
23.
23. And the 23, you squint, and with what Vala said, ghost doesn't sound right, but trap, it's a little closer, though maybe not directly. This doesn't seem like a trap. As a rogue, you have kind of an innate sense for when something has been laid. This has not necessarily been laid.
Is my shield glowing?
Your shield glows.
In the presence of magic. As
Just magic.
just that's what it says. Iniquity
does not.
shield breaker glows in presence
does
of
not.
magic.
It does not.
Okay.
Is my hex wine glowing? It glows in the presence of curse.
It does not.
We need to keep moving.
Is my face glowing? It glows in the presence of things that make me happy.
It also does not.
Oh no!
Dang.
But it kind of does because
Or
I'm
is
always
start
going,
following the
so...
leaf and ignoring these people and the cart.
Um,
I'm following the leaf.
Okay.
Minka's gonna approach the cart and look into it and think about what she knows about hags being tricksters, and this looks like a bunch of food.
Make an investigation check.
Yeah.
I'm gonna follow and just sit close to Minka.
Okay.
Be careful. We should not touch anything.
Listen, I got my touching out of the way when I picked up a rock. 19.
That's
Alina's gonna hang back near Ori because, for once, she agrees with him.
With the 19, you go through. There are apples. There are these bottles of wine, and underneath all of this, there is a shape wrapped in a cloth. And as you look and you really hone in, you see a faint rise and fall as if of breathing. You hear, with underneath this cloth, a little murmur or a growl. You suspect that there is a puppy in there. And the little girl says, "As promised, the moon feast for the moon-eyed mother. Please bring it."
Minka her face is a war between not wanting to, like, be a pawn in the scheme to there's a puppy in a cart. And so she'll look and like she'll just like kind of like look at everyone else and just be like,
Does the
Moon Knight
feast,
Mother?
Moon-eyed mother.
I'm
moon
assuming
feast for the moon-eyed mother?
I'm
Does that
assuming
mean
they
anything?
Make a history check.
I don't get my thing done.
No.
Oh, not
only
bad
child
though.
has spoken so far.
So far.
Okay. Well, it does look like we may need some help moving this. It looks
History.
quite heavy.
17.
22.
Okay. With a 17,
I read 2.
moon feast for the moon-eyed mother, that doesn't really mean anything to you. What was your check for?
22, just to see if I recognize either of those terms.
What, using what skill?
History. You said history, right?
You can use, history for this, as you consider what this might mean. Nothing immediately comes to mind, save your immediate history. The moon-eyed mother. Minka had described this feeling of being watched from this entity beyond in the astral expanse. That could be the moon-eyed mother. That would make a lot of sense.
Well, in the chat, and presumably Billy is saying, "Minka, no touch." Yeah, don't touch that.
So Billy leans forwards and has been very, very busy this whole time, but just enough to say, "Minka, don't touch." Just draws back. But you all see this little girl kind of look up at you, Minka, and then say, "Please, let no tithe be incomplete, lest she grow hungry. Please take it, no matter how hard it is." You see Ori just walk straight past.
Just say no. And then
I grab
as
Minka and just kind of like towards the leaf and then just walk her.
cat paws restraint. And as she walks by, Alina's just gonna say, "I'm so sorry, but our path is not bringing us."
I've got something for her, all right.
I think there's a puppy in the cart.
You walk away, leaving this puppy in the cart, a moon feast for the moon-eyed mother.
As we kind of,
She eats goddamn puppies!
wouldn't it have been better if we like commandeered it? Because if it's a sacrifice to her, then shouldn't we stop it rather than?
Who's
If they
taking
needed us to do something with it, then probably better that we leave that. We don't want to get entangled in something that could jeopardize our quest.
the whole point of moving quietly and slowly like this is so we don't make a scene.
We
'Cause what
also
do scenes
can't
do?
trust anything
They
that
draw
we see
attention.
around here. We've gotten too close to the hags.
You
We need
all
to be
walk
very careful.
through and by, and you walk further into the woods. There is no following. There is no calls.
Sneak.
Make a stealth check. For those of you who would like to sneak, make a stealth check.
Are we in a wild place?
You are in a wild place.
Yeah, I know, but I like to ask. Stupid boy. 18 for Alina.
Okay.
Guidance.
Sure.
25.
Malice, please.
The guidance comes in the forms of a little bit of grease for the armor, some
Do
WD-40.
Sorry, do we get the +4? I can never keep track of
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
It's just saving throws.
17.
Okay.
Not so bad.
As a group, you are very quiet here in the forest, the mist seeming to almost swallow the sounds that your armor make as you move. And it's a very
It's the
good-
guidance WD-40.
Yeah.
It's a guidance WD-40.
Yeah, I had a dirty 20. So.
Very nice.
Yeah.
The forest around you seems to almost fall into sync with you as it too falls still. But not quite still. It's as if time itself is beginning to hesitate around you. You can feel the air, thick as it is with the fog, grow thicker still. Not quite fog now, but smoke. You can smell on this smoke sweet rot and a strange pulse of old magic. And above you, you can see the branches of these yew bushes and trees are beginning to grow together. There is little bits of light still peeking through from the setting sun, but it is growing substantially darker within these woods. You can see also there is sap that is running down these weeping willows. There are vines that grow here very tight against the branches, almost seeming to choke the trunks. And as you cross past, though you are very stealthy, the elements of wind that you leave in your wake cause these vines to twitch. But you sneak through. And as you do, wait 1 second here. Okay. From the mist steps a dragonborn, almost as quiet as all of you. Not an open battle. This is not somebody ready to strike. You can see hand on the hilt of a sword, and then from the mist, another and another and another. There are perhaps 8 dragonborn in total, wearing obsidian-scaled armor. You note that one of them a little larger than the others. Let me bring out a visual
Have
perspective.
they noticed us?
Not yet.
We see them. We have made eye contact with them.
You've not made eye contact with
Okay,
them,
we
but
have
you
our
We've
eyes have
made
been laid upon them.
We have seen. We have spotted them.
Thank you.
Watch the.
Master.
Yes.
Every time I do this,
Perception
I
is
force-
happening.
I force Vincent to duck.
Where does Valis end and Vincent begin, really?
I ask myself that about all my characters.
No. Sorry, I just saw a booch.
Oh, the Booch.
No, she's good.
The Booch is Cara's cat
The boot.
for the stream.
She's wearing a hot pink hairnet, and it's really good.
Boochie? Why?
I don't know.
The caption
Lunch
is Lunch
Lady
Lady says no
Booch.
seconds.
Yeah, lunch lady.
Oh, I
Booch.
missed. I saw the text, but I missed it.
Yeah, I was looking at my phone to see if
Wah!
there's anything I could do, and I just saw the booch.
All right, that's cute as shit.
She's really good.
Cara, good Boochie picture.
And then you are all right around the back of that rock formation over there. Me bringing up a battle map for everybody to see.
I imagine I'm being flanked by Alina and Valis with Billy behind, making sure I am not touching things.
We're doing the cat powers thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So, you can see the individual who is wielding that shield and that sword, wearing the plate mail, kind of the largest of all of them. They are dressed a little bit differently than the people wearing this obsidian-scaled armor. You can see towering red dragonborn, clad in soot-blackened plate. The scales shimmer almost like molten glass beneath this sort of dim bits of light that come in from the top. There is smoke that is curling from the edges of their maw with every exhale as they seem to just peer through, almost adding to this haze. They kind of nod, silently communicating to the people around them to continue to sweep through. They are the only person holding a weapon, and they hold in their hands a glaive of crackling energy. You can see little dripping bits of molten metal fall off. They wear a cloak that you can see, having recently fought one, seems to be made from the hide of a salamander. You can see the left eye is not organic. It is a polished bit of emberstone. and it seems to be almost certainly magical. And it is with this that they cast a long gaze across this space, and you can see in the mist and fog this yellow beam out. They're going to make a perception check. I believe the low stealth check is a 17.
These look like the Maul tribe as they were described.
No.
So these people aren't not welcome here.
They cast their sight across this space, and you get the sense that darkness would not be an impediment to them, that mist would not be an impediment to them, and if you were a little bit closer, perhaps not even being invisible would withstand the intensity of this yellow sort of light as it gazes away from the single eye that has been replaced with this gem. But it doesn't stop on any of you, and if they see you, they choose to ignore you and continue to move past. You wait, and you wait, and you never hear footfalls, but you don't hear them turn around. And after a pause, it seems as if they have passed. Is there anything that you are all doing?
Have they actually passed?
Make a perception check.
I would like to observe, like, the area and recalling the strange, like, magic that we saw in the candlestick forest.
Sure.
To see if there's any evidence of a similar kind of work.
Make an Arcana check.
30.
30. With a 30, you can see off in the distance they are heading in the direction of the beach. They likely were made aware from the commotion of this sort of Wendigo that there was something, and they are heading to check on that now.
So
If
this
you had
was the...
waited a little bit longer, if Cheshire had not started walking,
These were the reinforcements.
certainly.
So,
Those were the reinforcements
From who?
from the Wendigo that we just killed on the beach.
Oh yeah.
We need to go quickly.
Yeah, we're going.
Minka will say aloud after rolling a 10 and recognizing that she's not the best at this. You wonder aloud, do you think that eye was like the hag magic we saw in the Candlestick Forest? That old broken magic? I bet it's
The eye that
two forests.
that he had.
Do we think that?
Can
Make
I
an
do
Arcana
Arcana
check.
Yeah.
Natural 20.
With a natural 20, this is not... So the Candlestick Forest purposefully seemed to mislead you. This isn't like that. You get the sense with the natural 20 that you are standing on a place that is very close to not just... In fact, I would say, Valis, you've been to a place that reminds you of this very similarly. When you were in the Monastery of Dark Reflections, it stood in a point that the plains had broken, and you were on a conflux between the Feywild and the Shadowfell. It feels an awful lot like that now. This isn't broken. This is a natural place. You've heard Billy mention this place before. You stand at the edge of the Murkendraw. The place that all hags call home.
I relay that.
As such, the forest is not going to attempt to mislead you in the same way as the Candlestick Forest might. But the things that lurk here, if there are things that lurk at all, would need to be substantially dangerous to be able to survive.
Alina glances sideways at Billy, and she's like, "Hey, do you have any helpful, useful information that you know about the Murkendraw that you could tell us?"
And I'm not going to speak too much for Billy, but I imagine Billy would say, don't trust anything.
Okay, thank you. Hey, your sword is really sharp. You've been sharpening it this whole time.
Still not sharp enough. Continues to sharpen it.
In the chat, Cara just said, "It sucks."
Whittled down to a toothpick.
Should we continue to follow the leaf?
Follow the leaf.
I've
I feel
always
like,
been following
yeah, I feel like Ori
Praise
and
be the
Cheshire
leaf.
have just been following the leaf.
I feel like much of
attached
this
to a
is
leader, so,
Sorkening, like,
Yeah.
like we're just walking and talking unless we say otherwise, right?
Should I
Yeah.
cast a better sneaky?
Seems like it might be wise. Those guys seemed really perceptive.
So
I rolled a
Minka,
3. And it wasn't super far off of 17, so yeah, they're pretty
He
perceptive.
had a really cool eye.
Minka is gonna cast Pass Without a Trace as we move forward into the Murkendraw.
Okay.
I'm going to be on high alert from here on in.
You weren't already on high
You were on
passive
low alert this
perception
entire time.
on.
Take this seriously, Ori.
Ori's locking into the lock-in.
Where he's starting to do the combat crystal math, really just getting at it.
I was like, I'm not sure how much more higher strung Ori can get, but I'm wondering if we're getting a little too tight there.
Who's leading the way into the Murkendraw?
Ori.
Ori. Make a perception check as you walk. And for all of you, make a new set of stealth checks. Your previous check carrying you through that previous encounter.
All right, first stealth.
With Zagorak's
Stealth
tooth-tied.
is a 25.
25. Very nice.
And perception.
Plus 10, right? Plus 10.
Perception is a 24.
37.
What was your perception?
24.
Okay.
15.
15. Okay.
19.
19.
Passive's 28.
15.
Wow.
Passive.
Remarkably bad group stealth check, considering you have pass without a trace active.
Oh, sorry. My pass without trace.
I added it for you. Okay. I knew that you didn't do it.
Cool.
Damn.
Yeah,
It would have been really low. Yeah.
I rolled a 2.
that's tough. Okay.
rolled
It's still not a terrible roll, but
Yeah.
like this should be a slam dunk, and it's not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dice be
I even
dicing.
have advantage on it. Anyway.
You begin to creep through this place, going into what you recognize as the Murkendraw, and for you, or you disappear. You get a little ahead of the rest of the group, maybe only 10 feet, but you are feeling confident in this space. As you walk through the darkness, Ori, the forest seems to almost creep and crawl towards you, and this pathway that you are following gets narrower. It's only about 5 feet across, and Billy is kind of pulling their elbows in. And you are aware, just barely, with your perception check, that you are seeing in the darkness of this space, and it is dark now, the sun has set, it is maybe 7:30, 8 o'clock at night, you do see a dim glow from between the trees, faint and flickering.
In the direction of where we're being led by the leaf.
A little off and to the left, but roughly in that
I'm going to
direction.
keep my eye on it, but keep following the leaf and see, like, I'm basically like active vision on this, passive vision on the walk.
You continue to walk. For the rest of you, Ori mentions nothing. Ori, you see this individual as you walk forwards further. They are holding a lantern, and with that, they kind of hold out and looking into the darkness. They seem to be searching for something. At first, you think it's just a man, but their skin sags in a way that is almost impossible. And as you get a little closer and you can see the light that they hold up, this is a man made entirely of wax. And from the heat of the lantern that they hold, the skin is melting away and almost dripping down their arm, kind of dripping onto the ground and then rising back up and into their legs. You can see they have a lantern in their hand, but as they turn and say to the darkness in almost a whisper, "Hello," there is a lantern also just glowing within their chest where the heart should be. He is bowed low, he is crooked, and he whispers into the dark, "The way ahead is blocked. I offer you fire. Come out." Are you doing anything?
Alina's grip on Minka tightens.
Don't listen, just keep moving.
Just keep moving.
Continue.
Just
And
keep
Alina has an iron grip on Minka, so that Minka also just keeps walking.
He swishes the lantern,
As you pull her away, she is looking like.
and the lantern kind of directs to the place where all of you just were. You can see they kind of move, and every step that they take carries them substantially further than a normal footfall would. It's like their legs can stretch with this wax, and they leave a little trail of drips along the ground. But they hold this out and they say, "I will clear a path for you. Come out. I do not work for free. It is no trick." Is there anything that you wish to do?
Is he lying?
Make
Here
an
for deceit.
make an insight check.
32.
Wow.
He is not lying.
He's not lying.
You
don't
hear
work
not
for free.
a bit of deceit in them. You hear sadness. You hear exhaustion. You hear fear. but you hear no
Just because
lie.
you hear no lie does not mean he wishes you well.
I
Keep
know.
walking.
I'm not going. I'm just saying the path may be blocked.
Keep walking.
I know, but the path is probably
Do you
blocked.
continue to walk?
Keep walking.
Okay.
I
You
haven't
all walk
stopped walking.
by one into the forest, and as you do, the ground does grow damper. There are places where, as you step, it goes from the hard footfalls on stone and on packed dirt to a softer, spongier moss, and the trees grow denser. And these weeping willows, the strands that fall down twist together, and in places now you are having to push them out of the way like heavy beaded curtains falling down, kind of scraping at your face and pulling at your hair and your cloaks as you move. They grow closer and closer together until there is no real way to progress forward. You are about ankle deep in this water. You can hear little bugs kind of all around you. And it is so dense in front of you that you would need to take time to cut or clear away bush to move forwards.
The man.
Sorry. It has not been 24 hours since we cast water breathing.
Correct.
So that's just
First of all,
It's like ankle deep, but you could just kind of get on your belly, face plant down, and be fine.
just do the worm through it.
I'm just
You
saying.
wouldn't be able to do the worm through it. You'd still have to, like, it would just be a less path to cut,
Can
I
I
suppose.
use
I have
my
idea.
eye for detail to spot
Totally the
hidden hidden ways?
Make a perception check.
Come on with the mug.
The man mentioned that he had fire. Maybe if we light a torch.
Natural 20.
Can we see through like to where it is less dense?
You can't.
Okay.
And to really paint that as a pretty picture, or you can't either. With a natural 20 on your perception check, this is so dense that there is no simple path. But what you do see is here and there, in elements of the trunks and bigger branches, there is char, places that have been burned, and the forest has grown back.
There's a path that's been charred through, but it seems like it's grown. I would imagine that's the best way.
Alina whips up a produce flame and she's
Is it-
like, "Oh, we got it."
Is the
I put my
path
torch
that's
over the
charred,
flame. Oh, thank you.
Still the same direction as the leaf.
This is the special
Or is the
version that
leaf taking
does
us-
burn.
The leaf gets into this sort of path, but as you begin to get into the Murkendraw, the leaf is growing less sure.
Oh,
And
that's fair.
it is beginning to change paths here and there. We'll lead you a
Like
little bit
a
off to the left, a
flickery
little bit off to
compass.
the right. Make an insight check.
Not good. Can I make one too? Since
Make an Arcana check.
it's like my leaf, you know. Like,
Make an Arcana
presumably-
check.
yeah, okay.
I have a lit torch. If I move it towards the thickness, does anything
Dirty
happen?
20.
With a dirty 20, there is a part of you that gets the sense that this leaf is still very much following the true path, but that path is changing. And what that might mean could mean that what it means to be unseen is changing. There are things looking, and that is making this harder to see, but you get the sense that the terrain is also changing. And that is making this leaf not change path, but just change tack to follow it. For you, Valis, as you hold this torch closer to the thickness of vines and tangled elements of trees, for a moment you can hear this, and it kind of draws back just by a few inches and then freezes into place. But if you hold a torch against it, it would slowly burn, slower than regular plant matter would. It almost seems to engulf the flame, and the torch grows a little dimmer in its place.
Would Valis be able to presume... Well, would you be able to use your sunbeam through there?
I already used it today, and that bee doesn't grow back until the next.
And that's not fire anyway, right? But whoosh, I could throw a fireball.
I'll point out the
bolt
path
or
through
ball.
that it seems to have
Ball.
like
But I do
broken
have
before.
a special version of produce flame that does burn things.
If you think radiant
Did you do that
is the
for
path
my
forward, I
check?
can see if.
Yeah, just
and then I will draw my sword and go.
Okay.
Think
Because
fire
the sword
is,
does radiant damage.
but
Because I'm pretty cool.
You shing, and there is like the water that is around your ankles kind of away from you a little bit. The trees kind of draw back a couple of inches and lock in again, but no damage.
Okay.
I got a 25 on my Arcana check on the leaf.
This leaf is heading true, and it is trying to keep you as unseen as possible through this space. But the way that the terrain must be laid out, either in rings or in chunks, seem to be floating or drifting throughout this swamp that the Murkendraw is. And so it will be very hard to follow this in a linear way as you have been doing. It will still lead you there,
Yeah, okay.
but it's attempting to follow the directions that you gave it.
Okay, so it's not been like corrupted. Or
Correct,
anything.
yeah.
Okay. Alina's like, trust nothing but Leaf can be trusted.
The path
And
keeps
then,
changing. We need to be extra careful. Keep moving. Stick very close.
Produce flame.
How do we?
You produce
Right.
flame, and you hold it against the thick elements, and it begins to crackle and smolder and burn slowly.
Can you
You
do
can
something?
burn a path, and this will take you.
Yeah, I can do something faster. Fireball.
You're like, this is going to take a long time. Fireball. You throw this fireball, and there is an explosion of flame. The water crackles and just immediately sublimates up into this foul-smelling bog mist that just penetrates into your nostrils. But there is a 30-foot chunk of clearing that you now can see almost immediately. The
We gotta move.
plant growth begins to grow back together.
I have another idea. Since that doesn't seem to last very long, Rez in his big form can just cast fire stuff like every 6 seconds,
How long can he stay in that form?
like an hour.
Yeah.
If he's down.
If he's
just-
okay with telekinesis.
I mean, I can't keep casting fireballs, so we gotta do something that's a little it's fast, but also
Cast the fireball. Did it
sustainable.
look like it just kept going?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, like it. Like
It's just like
it
thick,
caught and kept going.
thick forever.
Yeah.
This is a very thick growth.
Anybody got it?
Yeah.
Why don't we? I look up. Can I see the sky?
You cannot.
If we would be unperceived by being led into, basically a woody coffin, does that seem like it would still ring true to the text of the way the leaf was described?
You don't know a ton about it, but the leaf is leading you to the hut, not to it's not going to lead you to a place.
Yeah,
that
like
you would
we're
just
not going to
automatically
come
die.
directly to harm as a result
Right,
of the
it's
leaf.
not gonna
still.
it's not
leaf
gonna like
knows
Terminator
not to
kill
lead
you
us off a
to
cliff.
It's
preserve
not,
humanity.
okay, so like there is a way forward through this
Yes,
thickness.
Right.
certainly.
If
just-
Leaf keeps going,
yeah.
if we just follow Leaf, we
Yeah.
will.
The benefit of the leaf is that you know that you're going the right way.
Yeah,
It just sucks.
it's just very difficult. So we have to figure out a way through.
So I mean, it's gonna be like.
And for what it's worth, Alina, that idea, it will probably take the full hour. It will exhaust Rez in this moment. He's just going to be huffing and puffing and fighting through this thing, and it will close behind you.
Yeah.
But that will probably work. It's just
it's
about
gonna
whether or
be
not
like-
you want to invest that resource.
Yeah, Alina's gonna look at Raz and be like, "You up for this, bud?"
Rez is going to be, what, clearing a bunch of trees? Yeah, I can fucking clear a bunch of trees.
Oh yeah, she's gonna do a tiny pound, and then she's gonna cast Empower Fiend.
At the moment, the pound happens.
Yep, past it. He gets huge. And you can see, dropping his invisibility just because he looks cool, Rez, who is now standing above all of you in this massive, almost pit fiend-like form.
He's got a
You still see,
pompadour.
still just a big belly. And he takes his hand and just goes, fire, 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 and just begins to progress into this. It burns its way in, and as you make your way, maybe like 45 feet in, already at the back, you can see the weeping willows are growing back together. This path closes behind you, but you begin to make your way through with Rez just, he says fire for like the first like 10 minutes and then just is saying it in his head. He's breathing pretty heavy.
I can hear it.
Yeah. He's and like you get the sense that he forgets that, and so he's just like saying it in his head to keep the rhythm. But he continues to progress forwards. By the end of this hour, he's sweating. You've never seen Rez sweat before. Sweating, exhausted. He's firing these firebolt. With the last like 4 or 5, every firebolt that he throws, he gets a little smaller. He gets a little smaller. He gets a little smaller.
Come on, Rez, you got this. We're
But
almost
at
there.
the very end, you can see there is a clearing on the other side of this stuff, and with a last firebolt, he into little res. An hour has passed, and you have made your way to this space where the yew trees no longer thicken together, where the weeping willows no longer combine. You can see now there is a massive swamp in front of you. In this place, you can see the ground is soft underfoot. There is no pine needles here. There is no beds of leaf. There is just cold, spongy moss. The air is humid. It is heavy and fragrant with rot and the scent of strange, sweet things, almost like overripe fruit, intermingling with blooming fungus. In the distance, you hear a lark sing, just a little bird song, but then its tune warbles oddly, twists in on itself, and seems to have just caught in this bird's throat. And then in this silence, you notice that there is silence behind you as well. No birds, there is no wind, and as you turn, and Rez, still breathing heavily, turns and goes, "Ah, fuck!" There is no path.
Oh no.
The yew branches have knitted themselves together behind you. This fog, pale and green gold, clings around your legs like curious snakes. The ground glistens with stagnant pools and black reeds. There are fireflies here, reminiscent in ways of the Valley of Fireflies, though the colors are not quite right. You see violet, teal, and blood red, casting flickering shadows in this misty swamp that don't quite match the movements that you make. You can smell something in the distance burning, but it doesn't smell like wood. You have entered properly the Murkendraw, a series of swamps and bogs that many of you know form the dangerous borderlands between the Feywild and the Shadowfell. You are in danger. Yes.
A few things. One, during the hour that we were going through the regrowing yew, maybe we would like to attempt to druidcraft one of those and see if it responds to it.
You attempt to druidcraft one of these branches into just a little coil, almost making it into a simple knot. One of the first things that you ever learned how to do with druidcrafting, and the branch twists and then untwists. Mm-hmm. And it seems resistant to that.
Okay.
As if it is less in tune with nature and more in tune with something else.
Yeah. Okay. And then the other thing is that as soon as we enter the Murkendraw proper, Minka will stop breathing unless she can talk. She's just like, it's stinky. This is bad. This is terrible. We're just not breathing anymore.
You take your first couple of steps and you begin to sink. You can smell this overwhelming smell like rotting fruit, and you just, nope, stop.
Yeah, I think actually Ori, seeing that, would probably wrap something around his mouth too. Don't want to inhale anything.
Okay.
I have water breathing on, right? So I'll just take a glass of water and go.
Like the worst gas mask ever.
Just a glass of this bog water?
No, like water from my canteen.
Okay. Take some fresh water and use it as a...
Some seawater so I can smell all the ocean.
I like the idea that you have seawater in your canteen.
Doesn't everyone?
This is why
Cover
it
my
exists.
face too. It's like, what the
Drinking
Yeah, I'll
salt
do that.
water.
I'm
It's for the
kidding.
electrolytes.
This makes me ask so many questions of the functionality of water breathing. Like, did you just deplete the oxygen in that container, and then what happens next?
So water breathing, in my mind, more allows you to breathe through the medium of water. It's not allowing you to absorb oxygen through water proper. Otherwise, that would be a problem that would and is not accounted for in the text.
So if you wore a bucket full of water on your head, you wouldn't be able to water breathe in there for much longer
No,
than
you
the amount
could
of...
you could water and breathe there for as long as you could breathe water.
Yeah, what if you were like that guy in Umbrella Academy who's just a fish in a tank on a body?
But in this moment,
What if you were that guy?
in front of you, you can see in the mist there are places where land kind of rises up and out of the bog, forming these mounds of moss and reeds. There are other places where it forms almost rivers and swamp, little pools. To step forwards into this place to follow the leaf further will mean you'll have to start walking through this knee-deep sort of water. And here, there is bits of like grass that rises up from the bottom almost to the surface, so it's really hard to see what is within. It is like you are walking through a field of grass, but all of it is beneath this murky sort of bog.
Tally-ho.
Tally-ho.
Onward through leaf.
I'm giving Rose chocolate to help him.
Oh, I needed that for my energy.
Yeah.
You take your steps into this space, And for each of you, as you do, you sink knee deep into this bog. The grass almost clings and wraps around your legs. And as you begin to try to pull away to take your first steps, the swamp almost pulls back. You are able to take your steps forwards, but it is as if the swamp resists you. And in that moment, too, you peer down and see your reflections on the water. Can each of you make a wisdom saving throw, please?
I'm gonna fly after this.
Does this a spell?
It is not.
Is it a
Can I have
wisdom saving
advantage
throw?
anyway?
Wisdom
just,
saving
like,
throw.
for fun?
Nope,
Is it against being
Ooh.
charmed?
it is not.
I try to usually position myself in the middle of the group to aura everyone, so I'm not sure how many people are in that aura.
I would say everybody can be in the aura.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Group hug everyone.
Nice. So that's +4.
Yeah.
7, 26.
26, that is a success.
Natural 20.
That is a success.
21.
That is a success.
28.
That is a success.
32.
Nice.
And with a 32,
Wise beyond our years.
Ori, for a moment, as you look down, you swear you see your father staring back at you, but as your leg causes the ripple to go through, you are just looking at yourself. For you, Valis, for just a moment, when you look, you could swear that you see Mela staring back at you from between these elements of grass beneath the water, as if she is submerged and looking, but as the water ripples, you are looking at only yourself. Each of you sees some figure or vision, just briefly, but not enough to cause any problems. And as you continue to walk, the reflections that you expect follow in your wake. I would say for you, Ori, for just a moment, you hear your name whispered in the swamp from somewhere off into the left. Then it's gone.
Did it sound like one of the hags that I heard before?
It did not. It sounded a lot like your sister.
Don't trust anything.
What's your passive perception?
28.
With the 28, you do see amongst the elements of bog, between elements of vines and mushrooms, in one of these mounds off in the distance from the direction that you heard your sister's voice, you see something less than natural. You see angles, you see brick, you see partially submerged in this swamp a ruin. It looks like maybe the rotting frames of what was at one point a hunting lodge. It is half submerged in the swamp, overtaken by vines. And with your passive perception, you can see within, on some of these walls, partially submerged, there are tattered, ornate picture frames that line these lodge walls.
There's some hunting lodge over there in ruins.
As much as I love hunting, don't trust anything.
Can I see the symbols
Make a perception check.
enough to try to discern what they are?
Not symbols.
27.
Portraits.
Portraits.
Within this lodge, there is a number of portraits framed in silver and framed in bronze. And one of these portraits, the one that you can see the clearest, is of your sister. And you hear that voice again. Ori, I can help.
I'm ignoring it. Nope. Ignoring it.
You
Continuing
ignore
on the
it.
leaf.
Continue straight through. Nobody else hears anything, unless Ori chooses to, or Ori does point it out, and so you can kind of see elements of it. Is anybody doing anything with that?
And still on Ori's back.
Okay.
Guiding
Pushing
him
Ori
forward.
forward. Pushing Ori forward.
Is it like dark? Or-
Yeah, it's pretty dark.
Minka is gonna. Okay. It's sticky. Do we want to bring the torch out?
No. I don't think we should.
I'm worried that the shadows here might not be always shadows. The torch might be able to discern.
It will draw more attention.
Should I put this lit torch away then?
That's probably a good idea. Prestidigitation put it out.
It goes out.
Here, hold my hand, because you can't see in the dark, right?
No, you can.
You can?
We all do.
I think everyone has dark vision.
Oh, it was me who didn't have it, but then I did.
Yeah.
You're an elf, you have it.
Okay, thank you.
You're a fancy elf.
I think we already pull attention. I think it's gonna look back at the water, and like, is the movement as it ripples away from us natural?
Make a nature check.
Oh, one get me.
Oh.
It's hard to tell. Here, the ripples, as they bounce off the various bits of trunk and the vines that hang into the water, it could be natural. There could be other shapes moving around you. There could be things. You get the sense that you could be standing on a reflection, not in water. And perhaps there is a mirror version of yourself ready to pull you down. Hard to tell.
I think it's gonna grip the shield really tightly.
Okay, you feel something grab your ankle, but it's just grass.
I think at this point, Mika's gonna stop talking, but she'll be laser focused on the water in a paranoia way, waiting for something to like. She's kind of heard about these things that live in swamps that are kind of like very chompy. She's never seen one, like a crocodile or something.
Sure.
But like, she's heard they exist. Now she's paranoid that there's one everywhere.
The swamp is just a giant Star Wars trash compactor.
Yeah, kind of like that. But you do not see anything like that immediately. Is there anything else that anybody wants to do as you progress forward?
Cheshire did begin flying after we got pulled at by the muck. She's hovering just over the top of it.
Okay.
I guess following Cheshire's lead, and since it's probably dark enough, I can lead.
Yeah, you can.
Fly.
You can go from like one hunk of land to the next. Sometimes it takes a moment for you to catch a side of a space that you can move to, but you're able to do that,
I'll use
especially
those
here in the
moments
dark.
I'll start
Be on
flying too,
alert.
when in Rome.
Okay, so the three of you flying. For you, Valis, this sucks. You are in heavy armor, slinking through heavy, muddy water. The elements of kind of grass that grows within wraps around your shins. It gets into the armor and kind of holds you back. You are moving slow. For all of you, Valis is normally slow, but Valis is extra slow now. And Minka, you're not flying either?
No, I think at this point she is just like, she has her shield, she's like holding onto it really tight, and she's probably going similarly slow to Val's because she's like turning every couple of seconds. Like,
And you recognize this is difficult terrain.
Yeah.
And so for the two of you, you're following steadily behind if the rest of the party is not taking pains to wait.
How much
do you guys
further?
need some help?
Yeah, this is a bit hard to walk through, and I'm very tired.
I think there's something in the water.
Okay.
Maybe one of you should carry Minka.
Well, can't you fly? I thought you could fly.
Really slowly.
Oh, okay. Well, Vals, I don't think I could carry you by myself, but maybe if someone could help me and then someone else could.
How much longer do you think we have to continue the trek through these swamps? Because I could summon my steed, but it would take 10 minutes.
Hard to tell.
And I'm moving about half as fast as I usually do. 'Cause you said it's difficult terrain, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like moving half as fast as I can.
Have I carried Valis before? I feel like I have.
He weighs 1 ballast.
He does weigh one.
You have once before.
Okay. I'll pick him up.
Okay.
And, you know,
You
carry
scoop
him for as
Valis
long
up.
as I can.
Valis is extra heavy, and as you do, from like Valis's greaves, water just streams out because they've kind of filled up to the shins. But you just kind of, Valis, you're like a sprinkler for like the first 10 minutes, and then slowly you
Imagining
kind of
that.
drip it out. Ori, you being on high alert and sort of near the front of this group, you, with your passive perception, are the first to notice that there are a few lights off in the distance. These glowing greenish lights are familiar to you, as you have seen will-o'-the-wisps before. They're not quite the same. These do not kind of flit in and out of the various trees. They seem to be relatively static. And the leaf is actually drawing you very close to one.
Be careful, there's will-o'-the-wisps, but they look a little different.
Seeing that Minka is the only one left on the ground, I will scoop her up.
You scoop up.
I imagine she kind of slurps a little bit, and like some of her, like gauzy fabric just kind of still drags on the top of the water.
Yeah, yeah, definitely just creating this little
Weighed down,
V-shaped
just
ripple
like-
behind you. Yeah,
You said
absolutely.
they're more static
Yes.
in like they're not moving at all
Correct.
kind of way, like just more artificial.
Less artificial, much more static, and as you draw a little bit closer and they begin to become even closer and easier for you to discern, you see that these are static because each one of them is sort of encapsulated within this wooden basket. You can see hanging off a pole a will-o'-the-wisp, and as you near it, the leaf will take you almost
Captured.
directly by it.
Oh, they've been captured in these little lanterns, huh? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Hey, little guy.
Um,
I don't do that. That
Okay.
was just a joke.
These wooden baskets, do they seem like the wooden basket of an old-timey lantern, or like a torch kind of thing?
Almost like a bird
or-
cage.
Okay.
Hanging off of like almost like a wooden street light kind of deal.
Okay, so probably not something that's going to drop down and explode and become a trap.
Since it's hanging just a little bit above eye level, you would have to be like, I want to be under that, and then step underneath it to like do so.
So it's like
not.
it doesn't have some sort of like unleashing mechanism. I think.
No, it seems to be.
Like a
You've seen
cage.
Minka do this before. It seems to be almost druid crafted.
Okay, so it's okay. I just didn't want them to escape when we walked by or something.
Single file slide by.
Okay, yeah, we continue along with the leaf.
You walk right by.
I think after a few minutes of being carried, Minka would actually use wild shape for once for wild shapes purposes. And make herself smaller so Cheshire can carry her.
What are you
more
wild
easily.
shaping
Not
into?
into a flying thing. Oh.
A flying
Okay,
squirrel.
let's be real.
Both.
Minka can fly. She's not had much experience flying.
Fair enough. We
We
place our trust in Cheshire.
yeah.
Much more experienced.
Yes. I think she will do a rat for now.
Okay. You wild shape, your bones kind of shrinking down, your skin with it, and transitioning into a very almost celestial blue rat. You can see along the back there are these almost star-like spots that take up a vague patterning almost of the chalice. But there you are, celestial rat.
Pettings.
Nice.
You make your way past this space, and as you get close to this will-o'-the-wisp in the lantern, it pulses faintly. And it's almost as if fairy fire falls in a 15-foot cone around it. Just this faint little bits of light. Parts of it settle onto where you would be, but it doesn't cling like fairy fire. Not to you anyways. It reveals a scene. You can see there are other figures beneath this lantern. You can see a very familiar figure to you, mirroring Billy, who has stopped, her breath caught in her throat, because she is looking at a younger version of herself. You can see this fairy fire falls across another figure and another behind her. 3, in fact. Much taller, the one a little bit broader than the other 2. You've seen one of these figures before. You recognize Dora, but the other 2 are unfamiliar to you, but you get the sense that you are looking at Billy's aunties. And because it is 9:30 and we don't have Billy with us, this is a perfect place for us to end for the evening as you begin to look into Billy's past. Thank you for joining us for this session of Courts of Everest. We will be back next week, but if you can't wait that long, on Thursday you can join us for an original D&D one-shot, The Fire Giant of Farshore, which is going to be taking the place of our Starfinder campaign. It is in canon to our regular campaigns. It is set 5 years between campaigns 1 and 2, so like right at the midway point. And it'll have some interesting details of Farshore. So you can join us for that on Thursday. Please, whatever you do, stay safe. It is wild out there. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.